So I think I have a friend here, somebody who's going to join me. We're going to do this. We're going to do a little bit of this together.
Yes.
All right. Welcome to the live stream.
Hello, everybody. Let's get shoulder to shoulder here.
I know. That's
All
right. Here.
All right. So let's go. What do we got here?
Right.
So we can't actually see the people, though.
No, we can't see the people.
We're just going to see their questions.
That's exactly
There's a
right.
bank of people back here who are reviewing the questions and pushing this out.
That's right. And it says right there, I should invite Senator Booker to join. So it's good. It's good.
We're reading our instructions well, although they're not giving us the answers to these great questions. These are coming from us. So
That's exactly right.
But I will say that this is, where's this running live? What platform are we on?
Everywhere.
Every platform?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Do we have that power
It's
to
incredible.
go from like Snapchat all the way to Facebook? This is incredible. Okay, Judith from Instagram. Is it true that the bill delays actual cuts to Medicaid and Medicare until after the 2006 election? Is that true?
So one of the things that the Republicans in the House wanted to do is to delay all of the badness of the cuts to Medicaid until after the election.
Right.
Because they didn't want people to actually feel it. But here's the thing, they changed that at the end. So they want to see cuts to Medicaid and these sort of additional paperwork requirements on Medicaid. They want to see those take place like right away at the beginning of 2026. So that's going to be a big disaster for people, because really what they're doing is they're like, they are work reporting requirements that we know are going to create massive bureaucracy and delays for Americans. And people just will give up and they'll say, I can't navigate through this and keep my health insurance on Medicaid. And so I'm going to lose my health insurance. That's what's happening.
But the battle, there's a particular type of moral cowardice to know that you're going to take away people's lifeline, their health care. And you and I believe health care is a human right. And so here are folks knowing that they're going to kick millions of people off of health care. And it's not just folks who will fall off Medicaid, it's going to be folks that are going to fall off the Affordable Care Act as well, because the costs will go up.
That's exactly right.
And so what kind of cowardice is that to say that I don't want to have to answer to my voters, so I'm going to try to push it back? Now, the other challenge in the House that they had was that these fiscal hawks who wanted to show that they were cutting funding, wanted to show bigger cuts. So that's why they pushed back. Now, what's interesting is they're actually not cutting the deficit. They're exploding it by trillions of dollars.
That's right.
So whatever value they proclaim to have from their Christian evangelical moral values, well, I talk to pastors every day. You don't cut healthcare from the sick. You don't cut food from the hungry. You don't cut services for the disabled. That's not, what would Jesus do? That's not what Jesus would do. That violates that value. It violates the fiscal prudency. If you're a fiscal conservative, this is one of the worst bills. That's why Elon Musk is running around right now, calling it out, as is, what's his name, Massey over there in the House, that says that by their own numbers, he was showing up. This shows that this bill is going to do such damage to our grandchildren's grandchildren by running up debt.
That's right.
So great that the debt service, especially because under Trump interest rates are going up, the debt service is going to be so dramatic that it'll be bigger than any other expenditure we have, just trying to pay for the debt that we've been racking up.
I mean, and think about it. What we're talking about here is borrowing money in order to pay for tax cuts for people who are already tax breaks, for people that are already making hundreds, millions and millions of dollars. We're borrowing money from you in order to pay for their tax breaks. And that is so counter to what I think our values are in this country.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's getting me is when you say in our country, we're not talking about Democrat or Republican.
Right.
This is really not right or left, it's right or wrong. And whatever values you come at life with, and I do think there's common national values, but there's no way to say that gutting and cutting programs that working class people are relying on to give the wealthiest in our country, who've done very well over the last 10, 25 years. We're seeing stratospheric wealth never ever before seen in humanity's history. But now we're going to say, hey, you deserve $250,000 more or 200 million more. And we're going to try to pay for that by cutting food and healthcare for working, struggling Americans.
Well, and so the good news is, and look, we have another question from James here, but I want to say that the good news is that when Americans hear about what's in this big, beautiful budget bill, I don't think it's very beautiful, but what's in this big bill, They don't like it. They're like, this is not what I voted for. This is not what I want. I don't want to take healthcare away from people. I don't want to take food away from people. I don't want my utility bills to go up. So our job here is to try to get the word out about what is so bad about this bill. And so that's why you all participating in this really helps.
Yeah, it's almost like saying, Cory, you have a big afro. No matter how much you say it, I do not have one.
That's
This
true.
bill is not beautiful.
No.
It's got lots of hair. It's very hairy.